koutou katoa. Ko te rere te monga, ko tamaki te awa, ko Pākehā te iwi, no tamaki makora aho, ko Garvey tōku whānau, ko Michael tōku ingoa, ngā mihi nui kia koutou. Kia ora, and thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm Michal from Foodprint, which is an app where you can rescue surplus and imperfect food from the hospitality and retail sectors to prevent it from being wasted. Now, despite being something that should be totally avoidable, food waste is a massive global problem. We waste about a third of the food that's produced for human consumption. It accounts for 10% of our global greenhouse gas emissions. And eliminating food waste has also been identified as the #1 action that we can take to fight the climate crisis. Looking specifically at hospitality, you see 61% of the food that gets thrown away, there's nothing wrong with it. It's still perfectly edible. And this comes at a huge cost to the businesses, where for every $1 of food that's thrown away, an additional $3 in profit must be made just in order to break even. And this is an industry that's got incredibly tight margins and has been hit again and again from COVID lockdowns. And it's not just about filling landfills with money either. What we've seen is that wasting food is terrible for team morale. This is me at age 20. I was working as a banquet server in Colorado in the ski resorts. Part of my job actually included throwing away uneaten food as it returned from the buffet. I always hated this task and I subsequently wasn't very good at it. Needless to say, my flatmates and I ate really well that season. 10 years later, I was at HelloFresh, just as they were starting to use technology to disrupt the food scene over there. And these experiences in hospital and food tech, along with the Sustainable Development Goals, are what helped build the foundations for Foodprint. So the app is a two-sided marketplace where each day eateries who have got surplus food or food that they're not likely to sell can list it on the app for a discount. Customers like you and me can receive push notifications or browse the app and see what food's available. You can then purchase in just a couple of clicks and collect those items in store, rescuing food that was otherwise destined for the bin and keeping money into those businesses. If you haven't already, now's a great time to download the app. And when you do so, you'll see that we track for our customers as well as our eateries how much food, money, and carbon they've saved. In our first 2 years, we've achieved 36,000 registered customers. We hit the #2 spot in the App Store for the food and beverage section, and we've prevented over 50 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent gas entering the Earth's atmosphere. None of that would be possible without the help of the eateries who we've partnered with. These guys represent a snapshot of some of the businesses who have been with us since the start in Auckland. But we've grown this community to around 400 eateries. For them, using Foodprint is worth about $5K per year. But for some of them, it's averaging more like $20K. And we generate our revenue by retaining a percentage of each purchase. I wanted to give you a wee introduction to our team, who bring together over 10 years experience in food tech and food waste, 30 years of sales, marketing and business operations, and 60 years in app design and development. Now, when I pitched to get into this program, there was 3 things that I wanted to get out of it, which was to bring Foodprint to Wellington, some strategic planning support, and making sense of our customer insights. 12 weeks later, we're leaving the program with 30 eateries on the platform here in Wellington. We were on track to be a bit higher than that, but we're obviously impacted by this lockdown. We were able to use this time to strengthen the relationships that we've already built and bring a lot of our onboarding process online, which will help us to scale across next year. We've used this experience to develop a market entry strategy, which is ready to go across 4 new markets in 2022. We've also done a huge amount of customer discovery, and based on what we've learned, we've fed this into some app and eatery portal improvements to make it even easier to use. Over the next 5 years, the plan is to rescue 1 million meals. This will keep $10 million into other businesses and not in the bin, and it will also prevent 1,200 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent gases from heating our planet. If you want to get involved, what I'm looking for this evening is connections to people in the hospitality and retail food sectors, or people who are working in food court operations. I'm also looking to build out my advisory board, specifically looking for people who bring together experience in sales, app marketing, or two-sided marketplaces. Ultimately, I'd love for you to get involved and join me in saving the planet by eating cake. Thank you.